All right, what is happening, everybody? Hope you guys are staying safe out there. As always, it is the release day for the Revan Ribbons, this indicator I have been working on for the past 6 months, if not longer, and very excited about this release. I'm currently on the tour bus, traveling through the country, and wanted to make a quick video. So, just making it from the bus. I'll make a more in-depth video on the tool itself and all of those things, but just wanted to kind of announce the release, take a really quick glance at it. Currently, it is hitting target, the short-term target that we talked about last time. I think I did some post in the Discord actually about this. It came down, it hit the short-term target here, so it's a nice, very nice call for the lows there, and it's now currently having a bounce into the next short-term target. So working out really, really well for the 1 day time frame. The tool is very adaptable to any time frame, and then it also has extra components and parts inside that you can make it use other machine learning and kind of AI technology. The exponent AI here at the top I found is best usually to set at 1. You can mess around though on other time frames. It might be a little bit nicer. I usually keep it whole numbers, but you can even adjust to decimals, all of those things. The update frequency will kind of give you a little bit slower reaction time, slower curve, and in some cases this will be better, especially maybe on higher term time frames or lower term time frames, kind of depending again on the asset you're on. But as the default settings are now, it's pretty great for Bitcoin. Again, I'll make another video soon when I'm actually back later today. I'll be back at my actual workstation and gonna make a better video, but wanted to just officially make the announcement for the release. We could look at a couple different time frames and just see what's going on here. Maybe the 4 hours one that I like to keep an eye on, as well as the 10-day, weekly, and monthly. I don't have super great internet again because I'm on the road, so hopefully this will load here pretty soon. While it does, I guess we can look at a couple features. Smoothing, I default set to 5. You can take it down as low as 1, or up very, very high. I find that 5 smoothing is best, generally between 3 and 5, and sometimes the resistance and the support smoothing being slightly different is actually better. Kind of depends on the nature of the asset. So the great thing about the ribbons indicator is the support and resistance band are not identical to each other. So sometimes you'll see, let's see back here, where the resistance bands flip up and the support bands flip down. And this is just due to the nature of the ribbons indicator, and it is analyzing price action and what is most likely good support and resistance zones long term. Again, just because the resistance flips up doesn't mean that price action is going to go up. Actually, in this case, it went down. But it's just getting a good average where the bands interplay with each other and the midline interplays with each other. So it's getting a good average for where nice bounce points might be. So yeah, currently on the 4 hour time frame, it's interesting because it has a bit more downside bias. Short term, it has actually down to 106, and on the longer term time frame, it says it's going to be ranging in the 108 area. I don't actually know that we'll hit this downside target. It's very interesting because the most recent upside target was not really hit. You can see back here, price tried to wick up but didn't. I mean, maybe slightly whipped into it right there. The 4 hour price targets are actually probably a bit less accurate. The lower the time frame, the harder it's going to be. You can also put this on real time or on half bar, quarter bar, and see if that makes much of a difference. Again, it's going to take a long time to update. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so more real time says that yeah, we're looking for this area, if not upside, which I think is probably a bit more probable. And I wonder, I'm gonna leave all of this stuff for the other video. I was gonna mess with some of the settings there, but we're not gonna do that right now. We can see that support nicely went down into the ribbon, support ribbon 2 there, and kind of came up. Usually when it happens, I look for a test into the midline. Didn't quite get a test into the midline until we dipped down. I had one more close slightly below the ribbon 1 there of support, and then it actually not only hit the midline but hit the resistance band 1, but had a very picture perfect touch of that resistance ribbon 1 right there before it came back down again to the midline. So oftentimes you'll see price just dancing around these support and resistance areas. Again, it doesn't mean just because you see price close down into this support it's going to be an immediate bounce. As you can see in this, again, it's a 4 hour, so it's a much harder time frame to get accurately, but price actually would have been a really great buy down into the support 1 band. That had a nice bounce to the support ribbon 1. Sorry, this is support ribbon 3. Had a nice bounce up into support ribbon 1, but then once it hit support ribbon 1, it kind of bounced back and forth between those 2 bands before it found a low down here. So again, it's usually best to use this indicator not just on one time frame, but kind of cross-reference it on different time frames to get the best results and best ideas for what's happening in the market. We can look at the 10-day time frame real fast. This has actually a downside bias. That loaded pretty fast. That's nice. Downside bias down even to 94K is kind of a low. It could hit 100K and still hit into this target. So we'll see. Short term, meaning over the next, I guess, probably on a 10-day time frame, the next 10 days, 10 or 20 days even, because 10-day time frame, again, each bar is going to be, so 2 bars out would be 20 days, September 25th. And then long term, meaning 3 to 10 bars out, it's looking kind of at a more upside price action. So we'll see what happens on the 10-day, but I do find this one pretty well bases off of the ribbons. So maybe in another 10-day period, which closes in 6 days, this support ribbon will come up closer to 100K, and then by the time the price action actually comes down into it, it will have a nice support off of that 100K area. But we'll see what happens there. I think I've talked a bit about this table. This table is super helpful for finding good buy areas. Again, it shows your targets, and then it says pattern action. That just means whether price is likely to break through it, which means if it's coming up into it, break through and continue to the upside, or it'll say reject, which means it'll come up into this area and it's more likely to reject and come down. Now 76%, it's pretty high probability right now. Sometimes it'll be just at 50%, and that's pretty low probability. So yeah, that's kind of a super helpful tool though. And yeah, other than that, I'll leave that off for right now. I'll just go ahead and post this video. Then in the next couple of days, we'll post a more in-depth video, as well as look at just some other indicators that I am working on in the meantime. So, all right, guys, stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time.